Mr. Thiam, Credit Suisse reported a high loss for the fourth quarter. This mainly because of a high goodwill amortization in the investment bank and significant restructuring costs and additional reserves for legal issues. Is the past now cleared with that, or do we have to expect additional negative one-off items also in 2016?
Thank you, Mr. Hohn, for the question. But it's what you said is correct. We are dealing with the past and with a lot of legacy issues. The biggest item, negative item, is a write-off of a goodwill for an acquisition done in 2000. That's now 16 years ago. So we want to clear all those issues so that we have a clear path going forward. Now, looking at 16, there will be more restructuring, and we've been very clear with the market about that. This is a big job to restructure this whole bank, and it costs. And part of the reason why we raised capital in December was to have the ammunition to be able to restructure the bank over 2 or 3 years and put it in the place where it should be, i.e. really one of the best banks in the world and ready to compete. But that takes probably 2-3 years of heavy restructuring.
In the light of the difficult market conditions in the fourth quarter, are you satisfied with the operational performance of the various new business segments?
Very satisfied. If you look at them in turn, look at Asia, 17.8 billion of net new assets. That's the highest of any bank in Asia. So really an extraordinary performance from the business in a challenging environment. In the fourth quarter alone, we collected 3 billion. So that's the best in class, best in the industry. Profits is up more than 20%. So really a good performance. If you look at Switzerland, which I'm really excited about, you know, since I started, I've been talking about Switzerland as key to our strategy. We created this Swiss Universal Bank. Profits are up year on year, fourth quarter, 25%. So for people who are saying that in Switzerland there is no perspective, I beg to disagree. I am very excited about the prospects of the Swiss business, well on track to achieve its objectives. And the international business, it's been more difficult, facing a more difficult environment because it has Western Europe in there, and we still have what we call regularizations of the tax issues, which generate outflows. But overall, a very pleasing quarter. Investment banking has had its best quarter in the last 5 years in terms of deals announced, but that will come through the numbers in 2016. Now, I have to be also honest, there is one very difficult area. Our global markets division has had a really rough time in these markets and has lost about 1 billion because we carried a lot of positions linked to the old strategy. We've been winding them down, but they are still not eliminated, and took big losses in December, which is why we're changing the strategy, because we do not want to be in those activities at all.
January and early February again showed volatility and uncertainty. Will this continue, or do you see first signs of improvement?
I am quite cautious about the future. I think it's going to be a very difficult environment. And we are organized to resist this. We don't want to bet on an improvement. If there is an improvement, that will be great news. But we are quite cautious about the future.
What can we expect from Credit Suisse in the full year?
Look, it's going to be a year of hard work. Really a lot of hard work, heavy lifting. The restructuring must continue. We've said in the communication today that we have accelerated the cost savings program. That means a lot of reorganizations, a lot of restructurings. So 2016 will still be a difficult year. We hope that by 2017, towards the end of 2017, most of that restructuring then will be behind us, and then we can just focus on growing the bank.
End of October 2015, you presented your new strategy and organizational structure. Since then, the bank is in the process of adapting to the new structure. Where do you stand now, and are you satisfied with the progress so far?
Very satisfied with our progress. Our staff have been extraordinary. We've put huge demand on them. We have about 52,000 employees. This reorganization has affected every single individual. It was conducted in record times. In about 4 weeks, we reorganized the entire structure. And you see in the results that people not only have gone through the reorganization, but have continued to do their job and to do it well. When you see Asia profit up 20%, Switzerland profit up 25%, I'm really proud of what people have done. They've dealt with an enormous amount of work, and I take this opportunity to thank them. It's really, really very, very, very good.
As we discussed, you are reporting a loss of the fourth quarter and also for the full year. Does this affect the bonuses that are being paid to the top and the senior management?
Not really, because frankly, we don't hold the staff of today responsible for a decision made in 2000, 16 years ago. Many of them were still in high school. So but we have ignored. What we have looked at is the performance this year, and the divisions have done well. People are rewarded well. And the divisions that have done less well, particularly IBCM, the investment bank, and global market, the bonuses have been reduced significantly. So overall, bonuses have gone down about 11%. And in those activities that have struggled, more than 30%, which is the biggest cut we've ever taken.
Yesterday, there were speculations in the market about a selling of your investment bank to Wells Fargo. I'm not asking you about that rumor in specific, but more general, is the sale of the investment bank or parts of it a feasible scenario for you?
We have announced in October a strategy, and we've said the investment bank is at the core of that strategy, and 3 months later, that strategy has not changed. So it's completely unfounded.